I'm privileged, I have to say that, to be part of this great event, this dialogue. The theme of this conference, honoring women in international criminal law, from Nuremberg to the ICC, is very interesting. It means for me that today, more than ever, we are conscious of the great sufferings endured by women during conflict. And today, we have taken the responsibility to rehabilitate them in their dignity, to restore their proud of being women. It is very important. This declaration is a strong signal, a strong call we are sending to the international community. But as you know, the international community is very often blamed. And the blame they put on it is that when it makes declarations, nothing follows. The declarations are putting into drawers. We must know that we are part of that international community. We, prosecutors. It means that we, our part, our role to play, we have to do something. We have to push states, countries, leaders to implement what we have agreed upon today. We must preserve women against those who want to destroy them. I'm saying today, never again. Thank you.
On behalf of those of us who've worked at the Yugoslav Tribunal, those that have worked there in the past, those that continue to work there, and those that will remain there to the point in time when we reach the completion of our mandate, I just wanted to reiterate some of the comments that have been made throughout the conference, and also to say that the dialogues here at Chautauqua have been not only important, but in some ways inspiring. We tend to spend most of our days trying to get through our cases. We forget about the issue. But the dialogue here, which is focused on the past, and in this case the past role of women in Nuremberg, on the present, which relates to the important contributions of women to the academic debate and the practice of international criminal law, and hopefully to the future in the sense that we don't make the same mistakes that we've made before. It's been quite useful. There have been positive developments, there's no doubt about that. The recognition, as we've said in the Declaration, of sexual violence and gender crimes as instruments of warfare, the fact that certain crimes are now, or acts of sexual violence and acts of gender violence are recognized as criminal under international law. And though less than it should be, the increased role of women in all aspects of our work, hopefully these three developments, at least those three anyway, will lead to greater accountability and a reduction in impunity. The international community must continue to support the work of those persons who are trying to end impunity, but also to continue to support, as we should as prosecutors, the role of women in our work and the different perspectives that they bring different than ours. We also must work towards not only the increase in the role of women in international criminal law, but the reduction of crimes of sexual violence and gender violence. That's what I take from this conference, and that's what we hope to implement, or at least I hope to implement in some small way of the work of the tribunal before we close our mandate, and it's our hope that the declaration states this as clearly as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Today, on the banks of the Chautauqua Lake, the bricks of history continue to be cemented. The concrete long arm of the law and of justice continue to be reinforced. And today, we acknowledge the good work of former colleagues and friends of international justice. And more importantly, today, in this signed declaration, we particularly recognize the significant contribution of women in international criminal law. Women are as much victims of injustice as they are the driving force behind the vehicle of justice. I am particularly heartened today to note that the Special Court has partnered with other international tribunals to bring justice to women and children and in securing the rights of women. The Special Court has been the first court to recognize the offense of forced marriage, to recognize that the offense of sexual slavery falls under the rubric of crimes against humanity, and also to recognize an attack on peacekeepers. We've done that and will continue to do that. The driving force for that are women that are not here today. And I want to give them credit for that. Even in the absence, let it be known that their efforts are recognized. And as we come to a close of the workings of that court, we want to appeal to the international community, as it is a court based or dependent upon voluntary contributions from friendly nations, not to relent on their efforts in helping us complete the job. Let them also know that that job is so important from the things that I've mentioned before, the good work we've done. Please help us see us finish the job, and I thank you very much.